Okay, so on this 2000 Toyota Camry outside door handle, okay, uh, door handle stopped working. Nothing was actually broke in here, but what had happened is this rod right here that goes all the way through, the spring goes through and everything, had pushed out. It was out quite a ways, and so it wasn't holding on here, and it wasn't holding on here because it had pushed out that far. So I pushed it back in to where it goes, and also the screw that goes right here wasn't in there. So I think this might have had a little something to do with it, with that, because every time you open the door, it kind of pulls on it a little bit there. So what I'm doing to fix this is, first off, I put the rod back where it goes. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some, I think I'm going to use lithium grease. I'm going to coat this area here with the lithium grease, hook my ground up around the spring area. That's like the only place really to do it. And then I'm going to tack the end of it. That one looks like it might be a little bit mushroomed already, but not for sure. So I might just have to do the one side. This is the side where it pulled out this is the side that it pulled out from. So I might just have to coat this in with some grease or something so it doesn't burn. Well, grease probably wouldn't be the best thing, but some sort of a paste that won't burn. I think the lithium grease is water-based, so the lithium grease should probably work. I'm hoping it'll work to keep from melting anything else around there. And I'm just going to hit it with the welder. I'm just going to tack a little spot on there to make it bigger so it doesn't slide out. That's all I'm doing there. And then what I did for this, the hole right there, is I drilled all the way through, and then I got a bolt and I ran the bolt. This is a short bolt. I'll show it to you in a minute. And I ran it all the way through, so there's threads in there now. I don't have a nut that I could put on the backside there to hold it, but hopefully this bolt does the trick that I needed to do and holds it. I'm gonna put it back together after I tack that and see how it works. Just like it came, it lasted, let's see, he had the car, then he wrecked it. He probably had it for about 9 months before he wrecked the car using this door handle. So maybe about a year that the door handle was actually functioning. And it didn't break, but it broke. It stopped opening from the outside because that rod had pushed through. So this is what I'm doing now. Okay, so that's what it looks like before I weld it. I just put a little bit of lithium grease on there, and hopefully that water base keeps that from burning through and causing any problems, melting anything. And I'm gonna blow it this way when I weld it, and hopefully it works and it doesn't allow that to slide through again. Well, I did it, and I got a nice little ball on the end of it there, but I should have had something more immediately there to cool it immediately, like right after I got done welding it, to cool it down. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can find something and melt some plastic in there, because it made a little bit of a divot there. I think it'll work, but I don't want to compromise the strength of it. So I'm gonna let it sit for a minute, cool down all the way. I just dumped some more lithium grease on there and cooled it down. But now I'm gonna check to see how much damage I did by welding on it. Hopefully it's not bad, and it will not be a bad deal. Okay, so my official answer to whether this is a good idea or not, I'm gonna say no. mean, it looks like it did work, but looks like that integrity right there is compromised, and maybe a little bit there. Yeah, so I would say probably don't do this. I started off, before I did this, I took and I tried to smash the end of it. I stuck it so that all the energy from the hammer would go into the rod. So I had the one end, this end down here, sitting on a rim, and then I had this end where I was hitting it with the hammer, trying to mushroom the head. It didn't work out very well. I was worried that I was going to bend the rod smacking on it, but that's why I decided to weld instead, and I think that was a bad idea as well. So I'm gonna put it on here and see how long it lasts. Maybe go ahead and order another one so I have it for whenever it breaks. Well, I just split this hole because the screw that I stuck in there was a little bit too big, and so it actually split it. I don't know if you can see the crack there where it split. So I don't have a plastic welder, but I do have a propane torch. And so I'm gonna take the propane torch and I'm gonna try to melt some plastic into the hole and fill it in, and then I'll re-drill it. I hope this works. My stuff always works sometimes. Hope this is one of those times when it does. Okay, well, I got the hole all filled in. I don't know if you can see that or not. Here we go. Yeah. Got the hole all nice and filled in. Now I'm going to put the lock back on and re-drill it. And hopefully it holds good and strong and I don't have no more issues with this. While I was at it, I went ahead and put some more plastic in that hole too. Fill that in. So we'll see. That I have done on this is hooking up the door lock here. That is the hardest part about this, and I honestly can't really give you any advice on that besides to take this off, and so that you can move it up and down. It's a T30 Torx that for the screws here and for the door latch, and then make sure you unhook these, and if you got the door handle out, then you already unhooked those too. And when I took it off, I found it easier to get the door handle out, and I took it out from the outside, and then when I put it back together, I used these pliers along with a regular pair of needle nose pliers in order to grab it. I held it with these, and then I got the door handle in, and then I grabbed it with these and got it into the hole of the clip, and then I popped the door handle in and I pushed it in from the inside there, inside the hole here, and then I pushed the rod in, and then I was able to take that little yellow piece and push it in order to lock it in place. So that was the easiest way with these tools to get that in that I found. Maybe you got a better way, I don't know, but it wasn't easy at all, but I got it. Now I'm finished hooking it up and test it, see if it works.